First Alert Weather with meteorologist Lisa Villegas.
Good evening. We are going to get ready for an awesome week. I think you're going to like it. We're talking about some cool mornings, definitely feeling like fall. So if you like temperatures below normal, I got you covered here in at least the next 24 hours. So in the next few hours, temperatures falling into the 60s here, 68 degrees by 9 o'clock, 64 by 11 o'clock. You can tell the camera shaking a little bit. We've had those gusts exceeding 20 miles per hour today. Once that sun sets right around 7:40 this evening, wind speeds will relax again. They will return tomorrow. But let me get you out the door tomorrow morning. First, temperatures in the mid-50s, so a nice and cool start to your morning. You might need that light jacket, something to consider. By the afternoon, temperatures eventually warming up into the upper 70s. Not a bad forecast. Temperatures still below normal, and that trend will continue here for at least the next couple of days. Now, those wind speeds, they've shifted out of the northeast, right? Those winds are going to kick up to around 20 miles per hour tomorrow. Not quite as breezy as it was today, but you will notice that light breeze returning tomorrow. And as those winds continue out of the north, what is happening right now is the fall monarch migration. So you're noticing all those butterflies from the northeast across parts of the Carolinas making their way down to Florida or all the way to Mexico. This is where they overwinter. Something to note about this migration, you can really see a lot of these butterflies right after a cold front or when those winds shift out of the north, just like what we're experiencing now. That helps them with their migration. Of course, the population is declining, and the only plant that they can actually lay eggs on and eat and actually continue to repopulate is milkweed. So something to consider. You might want to plant some milkweed, keep those flowers blooming, because that's what they need on their journey. Now, speaking of the garden, if you are going to be outdoors, you have a garden ongoing, you might want to do a little watering here in the next couple of days, because we are expecting dry conditions all week long. So you should be good to go. Temperatures will be right around normal, if not below normal, here throughout the majority of the 7-day forecast. So show you that coming up. Overall, dew points are low. We are seeing those dew points in the 40s, so we're right in between this pleasant, comfortable category. Not bad. In fact, as we take a look at the dew point trend, we're in the 40s for the next couple of days. Lovely. We do rise in the 50s. Again, comfortable. Not bad. I just like that we're not seeing those dew points rising into the 60s. Maybe some of those southeastern counties will watch out for that here, at least by the end of the work week. I do want to show you your tropical update in the next 7 days. We are tracking nothing right now, so no tropical development. This is some good news, because typically when we get into the middle of September, that's when our tropical that's when it peaks, really. So right now, nothing going on. Good news. In the next extended forecast, 8 to 14 days, down across the southeast, including portions of us here in the Carolinas, could see above normal precipitation totals. So something to watch out for, because like I said, we are quiet and dry through the rest of the 7-day forecast. And as we take a look at that extended 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, nothing really happening. We're in this gray color, which means we have this equal opportunity of seeing above or below conditions. Some of us in the mountains may be above normal conditions continuing, because as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, kind of jumping to next Monday here, by the end of the 7-day forecast, notice that temperature starting to rise. 87 degrees. That's going to be the warmest temperature we can expect in the 7-day forecast. But walking you through what we can expect tomorrow, upper 70s, lots of sunshine, overnight lows in the 50s, cool mornings, comfortable afternoons, and we'll continue with those temperatures remaining low 60s, upper 50s, at least getting you started in the morning. By the afternoon hours, we've got the 80s for the majority of the week. This is right where we should be this time of year, those mid 80s at least finishing out the work week. Just watching for that 87-degree temperature by the end of the 7-day. That's a look at what we can expect. We'll be right back after this.